Hey everybody, welcome back to yet another Flea Market Finds episode. And again, keeping to my new format of being down and dirty, quick, and out of here, let's get right to it. This is from an outdoor flea market back on June 27th, 2021. And first buy of the day was I got these 4 belt buckles. There was a guy who had a whole bunch of belt buckles. I went through them and he wanted $5 each. And in the end, I buy from him a lot and he was willing to take $12 for 4 of them. So I got these for $3 a piece. The ones I decided to choose were this one is Dan Wesson Arms. Anything to do with firearms is usually a good seller. Not sure, how old that is or anything. This one just kind of looked cute, kind of interesting to me. It says classic the duck foot. I have no idea what that is about. This one is a Henry Ford Detroit automobile Model T belt buckle. Thought that was kind of neat also. This one got a number on the back but doesn't really say who makes it or anything. I don't know a lot about it. And this one I thought was just a cool looking belt buckle. It's a nice heavy one and it's got the Indian chief in full headdress there. Kind of cool. This one does actually say made in the USA on it, which is a good sign. Next, came across a guy who had a whole bunch of carbide inserts and he wanted $5 a pack for the carbide inserts. A lot of them, I had no idea whether or not I had anything they might fit or not, so I didn't want to load up. I have so many carbide inserts now that I've bought cheap over the years that I may never get around to doing anything with. But these caught my eye because they are parting inserts. So I think I can find a holder that I can stick these in and use these for parting off small parts. Then I came across a couple of guys that had quite a bit of machinist tools. One of the guys I bought a whole bunch of stuff from, and then I saw this laying there and I picked it up and I said, oh, this is kind of neat. And I barely started looking at it. He said, you can go ahead and have that. So it's a decimal equivalent chart from the Cleveland Twist Drill Company. It's an early one, heavy cardboard. But it's got like everything you want in those little hand charts blown up in nice big charts. So I like this. I'm going to keep this for myself. This I actually bought last week at the previous on the June 20th pick, and I neglected to mention. I think that I picked this up for $5. I just thought I'd show it because it's a pretty good deal. 15th edition machinist handbook, a little bit of mildew on it, but for $5 it's a good deal. One of the other machinist guys that was there that I bought from, he had quite a few interesting things. Matter of fact, I ended up actually running out of money that day, but I had bought so much stuff from this guy that he ended up putting some stuff aside for me, and I met up with him later in the week and bought another small group of stuff, which I'll show in some other episode. But these are just a few of the little things that I picked up from him. This is an SPI vice stop, and I got this vice stop and this Starrett edge finder in the pouch for $10, so $5 a piece on those. And then I got this Mitutoyo indicator holder, but it's a really kind of interesting one. Kind of cool the way this thing's made. So it's got a double beam design. So you can like put this right in a collet and then sweep around, and it's got a fine adjustment on it. And then this is a dovetail holder right here, so your DTI would go right there. So, oops, sorry, I was out of frame there. But yeah, so there's a dovetail right here to hold your indicator. Double beam. I mean, this thing seems really well made. So I'll have to do a little research on that. But it's clearly marked Mitutoyo. There is a number. It's kind of partly washed off. So anyways, I got that for 10. And then this right here is a Starrett 91A tap wrench. Brand new in the box. Never been out of the plastic. I don't need to tell you guys that these little Starrett tap wrenches usually go for good money. It's brand new out of the never been out of the plastic. Got this for 10 bucks. One of the best deals I got that day. And then from the same individual, I also got this Enco telescopic gauge set. These are, usually not a big deal. They got kind of a satin chrome finish to them, which is nice. They work perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them. But they're Enco, which is a cheaper brand. But I got these for 10 bucks. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I came across a dealer who had quite a few different things. I just put together a whole big pile and made an offer on it. It was kind of a feeding frenzy there. I missed out on a few things, but I did get a ton of stuff for what ended up being 120 bucks, which included this Cadillac gauge. This is a Cadillac Gauge Company Play Check. So this is a height gauge, kind of neat. You've got micrometer accuracy here, adjustability, and then each one of these discs is exactly 1 inch spaced. So you can actually touch off on here with an indicator, and you can, have this on your surface plate. You can use gauge blocks to set this, and then you could adjust this as necessary, or whatever you want to do. It's got different versatilities. Basically what I'm trying to say, and not doing a good job of it. I grabbed this pair of parallel clamps. Actually thought it was a pair. Turns out they're actually a couple of oddballs. That's a Starrett one there, and this is a Lufkin. Grabbed all of these can't twist clamps, and then now that I look at them, these three right here are actually made in Taiwan. They're knockoffs. This is a genuine can't twist. This Mitutoyo digital caliper, I didn't value this much because, I know it's digital is always a question. You don't know whether or not it's going to work or not. Well, looks like they work. That battery was completely dead, and I just put a good used battery that I had in, and seems to be working fine. That's a nice score. Also in this lot was this little another Vice Stop SPI brand one. Not sure the maker on this, but it's an indicator post, clamp-on style. I think this is a Greenfield. Yeah, this Greenfield tap and die tap wrench. This nice little surface gauge. It's a Starrett. And then this surface gauge, which is a Moore and Wright, which is kind of neat. It's a little bit different. This mag base, it's an Enco branded one. It's one of these deals here with the kind of universal deal where you tighten this up and it gets fairly rigid. And then when you release it, it gives you all this ability to snake around. Did notice the magnet seems a little weak on it, but no big deal there. These two chucks, I believe one of these is an Albrecht. I don't remember what the other one was. That's an Albrecht 038. And this is an Enco made in Spain. And all of this stuff in this box also. This is a just an R8 collet. No brand on that one. 2 hard-inch C5 collets, brand new. This square, I think it's a Starrett or a Brown and Sharp. Oh, actually no, this is a Moore and Wright. It's a Moore and Wright combination square. And then I found this head laying amongst the stuff that he had there. It was the only one. It'd be nice if this is also Moore and Wright. Actually, I can't find any markings on this, so I can't tell you. Oh, you know what? This must be Moore and Wright, because look at the unusual design of the knobs there. It's like almost like a two-piece design. It's the same thing on that, so that's cool. Moore and Wright is an English company. They make nice stuff. This is a Starrett protractor. 3 feeler gauges. 3 feeler gauge sets. This is a Starrett one, There's a Miller's Falls one here, and then this one I can barely make out. I think it's a Lufkin. Nice little square. That's a Moore & Wright Sheffield, England square. Boy, whoever had this stuff liked Moore & Wright. This is a holder for a Bridgeport boring head. This is the only pair of calipers I found, but these are the I believe these are the Starrett Tool and Die Maker series. Small dividers, which makes them interesting. Yeah, this Starrett. And this is a genuine Indicall. Got quite a bit of wear on it. All this is worn off. Probably a lot of coolant maybe got on it, I don't know. But it's complete. I also came across a guy who had a whole bunch of VHF two-way radio equipment and all kinds of stuff. Some used stuff and some brand new stuff. And I picked through his whole load of stuff and put together a pile. And after quite a bit of haggling, I got him to take an offer of $80 for these items right here. And what I ended up getting is 2 of these VHF radios. These have to be programmed for the channels, so I'm not sure whether or not I did alright with these or not, but they do turn on. I don't really know much about them. The antennas on them were broken, and he had some other antennas in a bag there, and I was able to find this. This was like the only one that was half decent, so this is the correct antenna to this, but it's kind of broken, just so I could do some testing maybe. And then 2 brand new old stock. These radios, by the way, are icoms. 2 brand new old stock BC 160 chargers, which should be the correct chargers for these, and the AC adapters to go with them. And then this icom ICF50 transceiver. He had $55 on this. It's brand new. It's never been used. With the antenna, the belt clip, little battery door or whatever the heck it is. Manual in there. An ICF50 radio. And again, brand new. Never been used. Seems to work perfectly fine. So I got that, and then this, I believe, is the brand new unused charger for this radio. Yeah. So the charger and adapter. This is a BC119N. So I'm hoping I did okay here. $80 for the lot. I'm gonna find out sooner or later when I go to sell them.